You used to smile a lot. You used to be so happy, joyful. And now you've changed. You're darker. You're less happy. What happened? This is what the song How Black Men Lose Their Smile by Bashi sparked. A conversation about people changing as they age. Looking back on pictures thinking, wow, I was such a happy child. And now I'm just depressive. Let me tell you something about life. And this is a theory that I've had for a while. When you're a man and when you're a confident man, when you're someone who's set up for greatness, when you're somebody who is a leader, the role of life is to beat that confidence out of you. That's the game. You meet someone, your partner, you get into a relationship. You being confident is the reason why, or one of the reasons why your partner was attracted to you in the first place. What does that mean? It means that other women might start finding you attractive over time if you maintain that confidence. So for some women, there's a subconscious need to do what? To beat that confidence out of you. Whether it's by consistent arguments, which men don't like arguments, so sometimes that leads to submission. And what does that submission do? It changes you as a person. If you're not confident at home, you will never be confident in the world. That's another way that people get. Like, they lose their smile in some respect. So what I want to discuss with you is like how to have an adaptive mindset. And the adaptive mindset that I use, because I'm not perfect, but I've been down to the bottom. Yeah, I've seen it all. And I've been able to build back my confidence. I've been able to build back myself, and I've been able to do what I believe is the impossible. Like when Jay-Z and them go, they didn't believe in us. Like, I felt that. I felt like, yeah, like they didn't believe anymore. They didn't believe in the vision anymore. So, number one, understand that this is the path. This is going to happen. There is going to be times where you forget who you are because you succumb to your circumstances. When you're a threat in the workspace, people see you as the potential next CEO. What's your competition going to do? What's your manager going to do? They're going to try and reduce your confidence. They're going to be like, get in line, little boy. But they do that in a specific way. And that's why I believe as men, one of the most important things you can do is to have a source of confidence that no one knows where it comes from. The way to have that confidence is for that confidence to be internal. Many of us, our confidence is based on things. It's based on what we are seen to be. It's based on our perception. And how do you doctor that perception? How you dress, cars you drive, the house you live in, the lifestyle that you show off. But the point is, if your confidence is based on any of these things, it's very easy for people to control you. If I meet you and I know that you're someone who loves to feel important when I speak to you, all I'm going to be saying is, bro, I'm trying to be like you, bro. All of these things, and now we got potential rapport. Instead, you can't let people know where your confidence comes from, because for one, they will control you, and for two, they'll try to beat it out of you. I've been around people who say things to me and they are trying to see my facial reactions to understand if my ego is bruised. But I can't have an ego bruised because my ego is in check. They say ego is the enemy. I have mine in line. I'm not motivated by the obvious. And for that reason, you can't control me with what you say. You can't dangle 500 bags in my face and I'm just jipping and jiving. You can't do that. My confidence doesn't come from money. You can't say, oh, look at all of these other people, I should go and be around them. My confidence doesn't come from my need or the fact that I'm around a lot of love. I can be by myself and feel exactly the same way. And the point I'm trying to say is like, whatever needs you have, that's a sign of elements of insecurity. And that could be governed. It could be influenced. That's how your people influence you, and that's how you potentially are losing your smile, because people know what you truly desire and are taking it away from you. You desire respect, I'm going to disrespect you, and that's how you lose your confidence. So I want to have this conversation because I meet a lot of people these days because I'm trying to be a little bit more of a networker as opposed to being inside all the time working. And one thing I find is people just aren't the same like they used to be. Confidence is gone. Like the glisten in their eyes is gone. And this is what happens to people at points in their life. Where's a midlife crisis? It's the same thing. It's a realization that shit, man. Do you know what I mean? If you can relate, like drop a like. Regaining your confidence. Cool. The first thing to realize is that many of us have what I believe is an inner child. Yeah? An inner child What were you like when you was a child? You were more playful. You were curious. When you wanted something, you demanded it. And if you didn't get it, what did you do? You cried. Crying is a form of persuasion. I deserve that candy. I want that candy. And I'll do anything to get it. That's confidence. Like children, some children, not all children, have some of these innate capabilities, and over life it's beaten out of them. Or sometimes their parents start to nurture these capabilities. But the inner child stays with you. You are who you are inside. And what we do sometimes is quieting our inner child's voice. Shut up. Your inner child's telling you to book a holiday or to rest or to play. You're like, nah, I need to keep going. You need to reconnect with that inner child and that inner confidence. So like for me, a few things have happened over the years that tried to knock me. And I'm going to tell you what my low point was. I've never shared this story before. All right, so 2016 or 2017, it might be 2015. I had a company where I was trying to go big, man. I put all my money into this company. Like, I've got so many stories with that company. Like, one of my boys came to see me one time. He was like, I had a dream, or my mum told me your business is cursed. I was just like, I've got like 3K left in my account right now. I ain't trying to hear this shit, B. I ain't trying to hear that you have dreams and shit that my company wouldn't bang anymore. Anyway, cut long story short, the business failed. And pain. And then I had no money left. Like, I remember I called my boy. I was like, yo, my boy, hello, yo. I need to borrow some money off you. It's like, borrow 1,500. Like, that's the second time I've ever asked anybody for money. The only 2 times. And he was like, yo, you know what? I got 10 bags for you. If you want it, you can hold it. I just got it there. And that's one of the reasons, by the way, I'm very weird with friends, because I got friends who would give me 10 bags. Most of your friends won't give you £50. So if I compare that guy to other people, like, I find it hard to really fuck with people too much because of the few that I have certified. Anyway, cool. After this company failed, I needed money, right? So I used to do a few things. One of the things I used to do was fix cars. At this point, my confidence is already broken, by the way. Like, I was in companies trying to sell to companies as an inner city London youth. A bit unpolished and rough around the edges. I was really from a world where people respected you for different reasons. And I'm in a world where no one respected me for fuck all, because I'm just, who am I? I'm a little man. Cool. So one of the ways I was trying to get money at this point was I was selling cars. I've been selling cars since I was a kid. I flipped my first car at 16, made I think like 2 bags or 1,500. That was like 15, 16. But this time I started selling cars again. I used to go on a website called Copart, buy crash cars, fix them up and sell them. And then I was doing 1 a week, which meant I was making like £500 off each sell. I wasn't being greedy. And then it got to 1 Mini Cooper, which was unregistered. When I bought it, did a CRB check, I think it's called. And then basically, cut long story short, when I tried to sell it, somebody was like, oh, you know, the car's a Cat D, which means like it's been registered as damaged, which means that the system updated after I bought the car, but I bought the car under the assumption that it's not. Calling Copart basically, I think they even blocked my account because they weren't trying to give my money back or do anything to rectify the situation, which is the second time something like that has happened to me. But anyway, cool. So my confidence at this point was so low because I couldn't sell. Like, somebody would call me and I'll sound like a madman. I'll sound like a mug. Do you know what I'm saying? And the lowest point of this, I've never said this story before, was when I had a call from some lady. And I was, my confidence was so bad that I didn't think I sounded that well on the phone because all my money was in this car. I had no breach, no money, brass. And then my missus was like, oh, let me take the phone call for you. She thought she was helping, but that was a moment of just looking at myself like, raw, like, even she's looking at me like, bro, you can't close. Picture that. And just for context, I'm somebody that's been the man all my life. I'm not trying to be cocky, whatever, like, it's documented. I've been doing this. Comparing 18-year-old me, compressor, Mercedes, Gucci head to toe, watches, jewelry, to this low point of being in my mum's crib, hearing that message from someone who historically would have saw me as the man. Cool. Confidence gone. How did I have to rebuild? Because I did that. I went through the mud. You know what I'm saying? I think everyone should needs to go through something like that, because these things are like make or break, right? For other people, it's grief. Like, as you know, I've lost people. My brother passed away. My grandma passed away in quick succession. Like, it's grief that takes people through that low point. The reason why I believe that your confidence can't come from anything external is because of stories like this. Firstly, my confidence at that point was probably derived from some of the things that I've achieved, from the car that I drive and etc. So at my lowest point, when I had nothing, what happened to me? My confidence went. Do you get what I'm saying? I had to realize that, nah, I don't like the control that any of this has over me. I don't like the control that even the fact that I could lose it all today. I'm never going to, but I can lose it all today and be the same, because after that fact, after I realized that I can't have nothing control me, I can't have the external perception of me change how I feel about myself, because I'm an effing legend. I'm the man, irrespective of these things. I had to have that mental dialogue with self to reframe my mind. And that's what you need to do too, because who is that person that has that confidence? It's your inner child. And you have to reconnect to the essence of yourself, which is a lot of introspection. What makes me me? What makes me unique? How can I be me irrespective of everything that I'm in or everyone who I'm with? If I am confident because of my looks, I know people who have had acid on them. I know people that have been in car crashes, face gone. What now? They can't be confident? No. You have to know that everything you have could be taken away, and you have to still be you, because it's you who makes money. Money don't make you. It's you who make friends. Friends don't make you. Secondly, my grandma passed away at 89 or 90. And like, I remember just kind of being with her on her birthday before and realizing that many of her siblings, all her siblings have passed away. Cousins, gone. Mostly her family have gone. My grandma was still upbeat. Like, my grandma she had stories. One time, a family was going in Nigeria from, I think, Lagos to Port Harcourt. Car crash, whole family gone, 3 generations. Cool. What's consistent here? Death, heartache, tragedy. What am I? Or what age am I? I'm 33, soon 34. I can't even picture what that's like. So I have a theory that we ain't seen shit yet. If you think you've gone through it, you ain't seen nothing yet. Like, I don't know anybody who's lost a child, but people lose children. Like, when I was younger and people were like 15, 16, knife crime, I know people that have died. Their parents were probably around my age now. So what I'm trying to say is, like, although we feel like we've seen pain, we ain't seen pain. That's a consistent part of life. The only thing that we can change is us, how we respond to it, because these things are certainly inevitable. So the point I'm trying to make here is that at this point in our lives, it's very imperative for us to start developing skills to be able to deal with trauma, to be able to deal with grief. Before you say therapy, everyone's got their own opinion, but I don't know if that's the right path for everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's some people who it's better for, other people who it isn't. But I'm more practical in my approach. I understand that there's certain things in life that are inevitable. And it's on me to develop these skills to how to respond. If nothing around me makes me me, but I love everything around me, you know that things come and go. You can go tomorrow. That's the reality of it. I said in my last video how a friend of mine passed away recently. He's someone I always thought would be around. He's not around anymore. God bless his soul. The point is, everything is fickle. So, you know, things are going to happen. How might you overcome it? And I might, on another video, speak about like the steps for overcoming grief, overcoming tragedy, or the mindset that I think most people need to have. before I speak about that video, let me just briefly touch on a part of it, which I think is important. In life, we speak about different kinds of people. We speak about pessimists, we speak about realists, we speak about idealists, we speak about optimistic. Being an optimist is great, but being an optimist can drive you to insanity, because you can be in a company that's failing and you can't see that it's failing, or you won't quit because you're an optimist. Being a pessimist is good because you're skeptical to some extent. You know that things can go wrong and you're somewhat prepared for it because you know all the things that can go wrong because you're a pessimist. Being an idealist is good because you know how things should be and you can start to craft your reality to match how things should be. Being a realist is good because you are very much focused on the reality of the situation that you're in. But each of these things have bad things as well. I'm not going to go into each one, but the mindset that you need to have, in my personal opinion, is a collection of all of these. What could go wrong? I'm very aware of what can go wrong because I'm a realist. I'm a realist and I understand how the pessimistic side can be. I understand how bad things can be. But I'm optimistic about how bad things can be because I'm an idealist. But I'm optimistic. So basically it's a combination of all of these because, look, bad thing happens. Here's my reality. If you're a realist at this point, you know that you have to grieve. You know, when I was going through grief, I understood it's very important that if I feel any emotions, for me to let it out. I could be with my boys, 6 of us right now. We are laughing. I feel emotions. I'm crying. I can't give a look. None of this stuff makes me. So if I want to let it out, I have to let it out. You know, if you bottle it up, it's going to come out somewhere. It's going to come out with anger. It's going to come out with frustration. You need to let it out. These are some of the key skills that we need to start applying or understanding, and that will enable you to overcome these things when they happen, and it will enable you to have your confidence irrespective of whether they happen or not. We'll dive into that in another video, guys, but that's part 3 to Do-Rag Diaries, where we're having some discussions, more candid conversations. You know, I just want to thank you guys for 70,000 subscribers. It's been a long time coming. And in my next video, we're going to basically talk about, or I'm going to react to some of my old YouTube videos, and we're going to have a little laugh about it as a celebration. So hit the subscribe if you like this video, comment down below. Peace!